Welcome to Epic Team-Ups. This is where we tell you about some of the greatest team-ups in the history of comics. And today we're going to celebrate the start of April, my favorite month out of all of them. And we're going to let you know about the greatest story that you never knew. The day that the Teen Titans teamed up with Mystery Inc. Our story begins with Beast Boy, Cyborg, Starfire, and Raven all finding ghosts, ghouls, goblins, and in the words of Starfire herself, the insides of a human on the outside. Robin declares enough is enough. He's going to call in some professionals. And he calls in Mystery Inc. Right off, things begin scaring Scooby-Doo and Shaggy. They see an alien and a witch in the building, but after Robin clarifies that they aren't part of the problem because that's just Starfire and Raven, everyone chats about what big fans of each other they all are. They all sit around eating pizza until Robin freaks out that somebody ate his piece. And Daphne notices that this Robin doesn't act or sound like he does when he's with Batman. It's almost like it's a completely different Robin. As a matter of fact, he looks entirely different than when he's with Batman, but Fred just tells her that everyone acts differently when they're with their friends. Well, Cyborg and Beast Boy volunteer to go and set up the central mainframe so that way they can all watch the Teen Titans security videos when the team of the Teen Titans and Mystery Inc. all find themselves cornered by the ghosties and the ghoulies that are in the tower. Scooby yells out, "We rule!" and Daphne yells out, "Ghouls, ghosts, and goblins!" Starfire smiles when she realizes the game that Daphne's playing. "Oh, we're all yelling things that start with G. I call grapefruit and Glorvinix." Everyone runs around panicking, and eventually they all crash into each other and hit the ground. Starfire looks down and goes, "Oh, a new game! Is crashing into each other and falling down an Earth custom?" So she decides to stop floating and crashes into everyone else. The entire group comes to their senses, and Daphne declares, "We've solved the mystery. The culprits are the ones who left the room." Fred explains that the ghoul and the goblin were holograms projected by Cyborg. And Cyborg replies with, "And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids." And Velma explains that the flying ghost and skeleton were Beast Boy in animal form. And Beast Boy just says, "Oh man, I feel like a real estate developer." Cyborg and Beast Boy explain that it was all a prank that they did to each other that got a little out of hand. But before anybody can laugh about the prank, a shadow on the wall appears, and Robin declares, "It's Trigon the Terrible!" Shaggy just asks, "What is Trigon the Terrible?" So Starfire explains that it's merely Raven's father, the demon ruler of the Netherworld. And Scooby just says, "Netherworld?" But Raven stops them all. "This isn't my father, that's my uncle, Myron the mildly irritating." Well, Myron stays at the Teen Titans Tower for just a little longer, eating all of the roast beef and hot fudge, walking around in a towel, and polishing his toe jam. And he even gets a little exorcising with Starfire. Till eventually, Scooby and Shaggy run into Myron, knocking out a real estate voucher from his hands, and Velma figures the whole thing out. Myron is a crooked real estate developer from the Netherworld. He explains that he wants to annoy everyone on Earth into leaving so that he can rent out the space to the people of the Netherworld. And just then, Daphne reaches out to pull off Myron's mask, and he screams out in pain because he's not wearing a mask. She just looks at him, sorry, force of habit. So Myron says he's leaving because no one would want to live here anyway. Humans are more annoying than demons, and poof, he warps himself to the 5th dimension. Robin declares the Titans have saved Earth again! And that's the first adventure of the Teen Titans Go with Mystery Inc. If you enjoyed this